Anyway, thank you and welcome to the 21st episode of Just Throwing It Out There, the podcast. My name is Sharice, and joining me today are, hey, Melissa, say hello to the people.
Hi, people. I can't go too high because you see my pants. Hi, everybody.
Danny.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on? And Talia.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. So it's the 21st episode. What makes that number special is that there's only 4 episodes to go, right? We're heading to the
for the season. Not for life, y'all.
Right, not forever.
Somebody was about to pass out there just for the season.
Who was it? Harvey. Our one person. But we have our Just Throwing It Out There apparel, which will be offered to you sometime this millennia. I'm not sure when, but we will make sure to make that happen. And today's episode is just really laid back, and we're just gonna shoot that shit.
Obviously, it's laid back.
Laid back.
Yep.
Yes.
21 is
Melissa's
the age
in her
when
bed.
drink.
I'm in my bedroom, but I'm gonna run so y'all can see why I'm in the bedroom. I feel like I should run and give the people the reason why. I'm gonna run out of here.
When you run, that's not safe. Running.
I'm gonna run out of this room.
Why you on the bed?
Why do you need to run?
And do the peekaboo so I can then come right back into my shot.
Well, tell us why you there. What you there for? You sick?
I have some visitors over today.
Some visitors.
And I have some visitors here.
I'm the only one still in my same spot.
Yeah. So I have visitors over and there's a sound issue. So just watch.
What? Where'd you go? Where did you go?
Right, there was a sound issue.
There was a sound issue. Echo.
There was a sound issue, so they had to separate. I'm all the way over here in California,
and
so
and for the record, but wait, for the record, not only did we have to separate, but I have a small apartment, so there's not many places to go. So I'm in my bedroom, and I have a second bedroom. But who's in the second bedroom, ladies?
All of our children.
The babies.
Mm-hmm.
All the babies are over today. They're being so good too, because I don't even hear them.
They was yelling. Don't speak it into existence.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm knocking on wood.
Somebody's
knocking
gonna
on all the wood. Knocking on all the wood. Somebody's gonna come out of there real quick.
Somebody's speaking out the door now.
Oh,
yeah, it sounded like a cafeteria, to be honest with you.
How did we hear anything ever? Like in school? Like how did you
I don't know.
See each other?
Like the level of overstimulation that we go through in a school day, man, with the bells and the moving in the halls and the shuffling.
Intercom messages.
Like
it's a lot.
It's like a torture chamber. I think
you need to like decompress after you leave the school
Every time the announcements come on at work, I'm like this. Like, can y'all stop with the announcements, please? But it's
why are you doing announcements? I'm teaching virtually. Like, stop making me nervous. Fire alarms.
Hi, there was the news. Remember there was news?
I did the news.
I used to do the news.
I made a few guest appearance. Maybe that was training for what we're doing now.
Could
you imagine?
Perhaps.
Being comfortable.
I'm bringing you the news.
Right? I don't know how Melly didn't know what her voice sounded like up to that point.
I didn't. And I'm still in denial that this is what my voice sounds like when I listen to it.
I think it's just you.
Listen, and it was like, how long did I bother you with that? Like with you guys, like a week? I was like, are y'all sure?
It was
like,
a long
really
time.
My voice? I think I still bring it up, but y'all just ignoring me at this point. And then I was asking other people who are not on the show. I was asking other people who were listening. I'm like, is this what my voice sounds like?
Because you didn't trust us.
It is what you sound like.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I'm here, guys, because I'm moving. I'm getting a new house next week, y'all. And
congratulations.
Thank you. There'll be a whole new background. I don't even know where I'm going to record from, but I'm excited to figure it out.
Your patio?
I just figured since Talia was coming here and I was only 5 minutes away, I would come too.
There you go.
It's just a party. We just made it a party.
And
And real life,
COVID
now
mask
it's-
restrictions were lifted today,
Mhm.
right? And which,
Yesterday?
you know, it's funny because like you can announce that there's a certain day when masks are no longer required, as if the day is magic, and I don't understand that. Like if you can make an announcement that but don't take your masks off until Saturday.
Before that day. Mhm.
Oh, it was.
You do that on Thursday or Friday?
It's gonna be a
It's gonna
problem.
be a problem.
No, but it was the 28th,
was
and but
crazy.
I'm still not taking my mask off, even though I have the vaccination, because I feel like it's not enough. It's like 50% of adults. That's not a passing grade for me.
What's a
an
passing
educator.
grade? 70?
I need at least 80%, not even
80?
70.
Oh, that's not
overpassing.
herd immunity.
Overachiever.
It's supposed to be 70.
70.
Alyssa.
70 is a
Yeah, but 70 still
minus.
doesn't make me comfortable.
I'd take a 68. In school, some of them classes, listen, baby. The way my account is set up, if I could eke out a 60, because 67 is a D. If I can get a 68, listen.
What was wrong? Think about this. What was wrong with just passing?
I don't know.
What's wrong with just passing? Let me ask you that question. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, what's your take on it, Melly? Because I feel like you have some strong
Like, I
views.
feel like maybe because I'm a teacher now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that I feel like you should put in some. If you're putting in the effort and you're still just passing, is one thing. But if you're just doing mediocre work just to pass, then that's not.
Why
enough.
not?
I think that you should. What's the word? Like strive to do better. Like want to do better. Like want to get better grades. I wasn't always like this, because I thought, and when I was at Rutgers, I was like, if I get a C, that's gonna be okay. But it's not. I don't think that's all right. Like, I don't know. I take more pride. Like when I went back to school and then I ended up having like pay out of pocket, I took more pride in getting those A's. Like
The person that gets C's still graduates.
They still graduate, but like I said, as
capitalism.
a teacher, it feels different.
You've bought into capitalism because that's what capitalism teaches you, right? Because if this is what you want me to do, right? If I go to work and I got to make 5 widgets a day, then I should make 5 widgets a day, whatever it is, right? Now, why am I going to work making 7 widgets a day?
For yourself,
making it bad for everybody else.
No, I don't think it has to do with that. If you're happy with your C, go on and be happy with your C. But I'm not gonna be happy with a C. I'm gonna work hard.
Is the question.
That's for me. It's my own personal choice. I want to feel good about the work that I'm doing, because I want to feel good.
But if I ask you for 5 widgets and you give me 5 widgets,
we're not talking about widgets. We're talking about my grades.
That's widgets are grades.
We're talking about my grades. I know you're doing a correlation, but no, like for me, like my schoolwork, I'm gonna take. Like
if you tell me that I need to get 7 questions out of 10 right, and I get
that's just enough.
Right.
That's just
Alyssa,
enough.
does your self-worth come from your productivity and what you achieve, or is it inherent?
I take pride
your value
in my academics.
I got you.
How I feel.
But your self-value or your self-worth, does it come from productivity?
Now, mind you, I have a 3.97 grade point average right now. So this
mind you, nobody here is a C student.
No. But I have no problem.
I used to be.
I graduated summa cum laude.
Yeah.
I used to be. But not no more.
But I just feel like
I just feel like I've put in a lot of work to
But the C student still graduates.
Yeah.
And also becomes president of the United States.
That's great. Go on.
The ones who
run your business. The C student is now your boss.
But for me,
because they don't put value, self-worth, or attach self-worth to productivity.
Capitalism. Capitalism.
I mean, I'm kind of with Nelly. I don't have an issue with C's. So, like, I
I just don't
So,
want
like, I tell my parents all the time, because parents of students sometimes feel like, if their kid is not getting A's and B's, something's wrong. I'm like, no, nothing's wrong. A's and B's mean that you are way above average. So everybody shouldn't be getting A's and B's.
Exactly.
Because C is average. And C means you got it. It doesn't mean you didn't get it. It means you got it. You understood. You understood enough. If you're getting A's and B's, then you're beyond that. B means you more than understood. A usually means you're at next level. Why we all got to be at next level?
We don't.
No, that's
Don't
not
have to be at
realistic.
next level. It's not.
I feel like in
But
this
you
day
wanna
and
be at
age,
next
though,
level.
A is like meeting requirements. I just feel
like at this
if you
point,
do what
at
I
this
asked you to do, then it's pretty much like A. And it's only
I
if you don't do what I asked you to do, is it the sliding scale down? There was
That's
a
why I
whole
feel like
article.
I feel like the
about
older
grading.
There
the
should be a
older I've
rubric.
gotten,
Yeah.
I think it also is my
There should
value
be a
for
rubric, though.
education.
This is why I like rubrics.
That's why I like to do my own rubrics in kindergarten. But I think it's like the older I've gotten, the more I value education, regardless if the person next to me got a C. I value my education and the work that I've put forth because I've worked hard to get here. Like I worked hard for this master's. I worked hard for these certs. So for me, get your C's. If you're okay with that and you're fine, we walk in, we get in the same diploma. But for me personally, I am proud of myself for having achieved what I've gotten so far.
I just feel like as a society, we devalue the C. Not necessarily you, the person. I just feel like, to Danny's point with the parents, it's like, you got a B plus. It's a B plus. Like,
not to mention, I teach first grade. It's first grade. Everybody
Right.
relax.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody relax.
I only give for homework because they do it online, and I don't know who's doing this homework at home, to be quite honest with you. So I only give my kids in kindergarten, they only get letter grades. So they'll get like a E for like exception,
this year is a whole
F,
different thing. I'm not
and
talking
an
about
I.
this year.
So I only give S's for homework. Like I don't just if you handed in some homework, if it's legible, I can understand that you're gonna get an S. So I had the one mom whose daughter is, bright. It's like, why is she getting an S? I was like, everybody getting an S that hands it in. I'm like, this is kindergarten. They're graded on a letter, is on a letter. I said, unless your child is reading and writing on their own right now, they're not. This is October. I doubt it. They're gonna get that S. And I said, once the district exams start coming in, and now we're testing them one-on-one or whatever, then her grade will, move. She might move into the E. She might move into NI. We don't know.
I don't think we should have grades in elementary school.
I don't think we should have grades.
Especially kinder. I don't think we should have all these tests.
I don't think we should have grades at all. And I talked about this. So we read Ibram Kendi's How to Be an Anti-Racist at the last book club that we did at work. And he gives this whole chapter about like standardized testing and this whole idea of like Black and brown children having an achievement gap, right? But when you have anytime you have a standard, right? You've created a norm and you're saying that everybody else is an other. If you're not on that standard, then you're on the margins somewhere, right? But who's establishing the standard? Right? That was the episode of Good Times. Remember Michael Evans? He had to take an IQ test. Do y'all remember that? Y'all don't remember that.
No, what happened? What happened?
So they gave Michael Evans the test, and Michael's like, I'm not taking this test because it's racist. He was a little militant.
Oh, yeah.
And so then they went and they gave the guy who was administering the test a black test. And they're like, oh, if I tell you I'm doing this, that, and the third, what do I mean? And he's like, I don't know, right? So if I was basing your intelligence on what's norm for me, you wouldn't do so well either, right? So this whole idea of like adding value and placing people in different spaces is fine if you're doing it within a group that's similar, right? If you want to measure my aptitude, measure me against other, musicians or chemists or whatever it is, but some blanket thing that's across the board, across cultures, right? And when everybody who's designing the test is from that group, FOH.
There's
That's
a
why
few
this
schools
test, the
getting rid of
standardized
the
test got like I think there was a big
SATs.
deal.
Mhm.
I think it was with the standardized testing where they were culturally biased and like
They are.
There's a major university getting rid of SATs, so that's
They need to
probably
get
they need
going
to get rid of
to
Definitely.
GREs while they added too, because I had to take those and those were not fun. And that
Mm.
Miller analogy test, they can keep that too.
And all that stuff goes against the whole multiple intelligences
Mhm.
theories and all that
Yes.
stuff. Everybody is on a different level.
Because
may
you
be
want to
great
teach
at this,
that,
somebody else
right?
may be great at something else.
There's
And
a
as
whole
teachers,
business
they
out
push us, right? As teachers, they push us to cater to all the learning, right? To
Right,
all
but
the
then we have a
different ways that students
standardized
learn.
test.
But then you have a standardized test that doesn't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
So
see,
University of California will end use of SATs and ACTs.
yeah, you
And
see Berkeley is the one. Yeah.
so yeah, so like I mean, if they're
I wish
starting,
that would have happened.
that's
when we were
going
in school.
to
I'm gonna say,
yo,
geez,
I don't
stress
know
me
how the
out.
hell you take the SAT twice and get the same score. Like I think that's almost impossible, but I did it.
Okay.
Did I take it twice? I think I only took
Like how do
I
you
don't know if
get
I
it?
took it
You
twice.
take it twice.
I don't know what you
and
was
get the
doing.
same thing.
Yeah, I took it
Exactly.
twice.
I don't
And then
know how that
but
happened to
where are
you.
these? How are these scores calculated? Right? Who
How
knows
they
this formula? Because it's not a blanket. You get X number of questions right or
It's
wrong.
not.
It's not.
Oh,
And it's
Amherst
also
College,
not a predictor of how well you're going to do in college. That's
No.
Duke
nonsense.
University,
Duke.
Brown University, Dartmouth,
A lot of
Carnegie
the Ivies.
Mellon,
Yeah.
all getting rid of
Wish
the
they
SAT.
would've did
The
that for us.
SAT may be a thing of the past.
Yep.
Should
Because
be.
those SATs had me
Barnard,
stressed out. I
Baylor
have test anxiety,
University.
so it's not good. It wasn't good for me anyway. I have serious test anxiety
But it
because I don't
doesn't-
feel like it should only be one answer. Like why? Like multiple choice stresses me out.
But
Like, I
there's so
hate it.
many stars that need to align in order for you to perform well on that test. And
Yep.
most of it has nothing to do with your academic ability. A lot of it, when I tell you the difference between taking the SAT and then when I got my first master's degree, I had to take the GMATs because I did an MBA. I had to take the GMATs. GMATs, I had the money to pay $1,200 to take a test prep course. When I took my SATs, I didn't have that money. If I had that money, and because it's a game, like you have to also not just understand that I need to get right answers, but then you have to strategize as well. And I remember taking when I took the GMATs, what I learned, I don't know if they still do this, but the first question on the test determines the trajectory of your score. So they said, make sure that you spend as much time as possible on that first question, because if you get that question right, your score goes this way. If you get that question wrong, your score goes that way. And so that first question, if you start from here, it can take you multiple questions to get your score to go back up again. Isn't that crazy? It's a crazy.
That's how my kindergartners are tested like that.
That's ridiculous for 5 and 6 year olds.
And then the way that the scale is.
What does that have to do with your knowledge
So
or your content?
no one question.
It
is
doesn't.
the same
That
for the
means you
kids.
paid somebody to tell you that, because otherwise you wouldn't know.
That's crazy.
That's
You
ridiculous.
pay somebody $1,200 to tell you
Oh,
that.
and mind you, those are not even the district. Like those are just my department that gives that makes us give them these tests. Those not even benchmarks. These are just some additional testing that they decided to give them this year. So they just, like I said, it's just test after test, and they just 5 and 6. All they want to do is some singing and some dancing sometimes, and that's what we do sometimes.
And it's all
Still dance today.
trying to keep
We
you
can
out.
draw
Just
today.
like they want to have you take a reading test to vote, or they want to have you do this to buy a house and all this other stuff. They want to exclude you, keep you off.
Speaking of buying a house, you know your credit karma score ain't got nothing to do with your actual real.
No, it doesn't.
Who's on credit card?
No, they use some other point system. Don't go by that.
These points that Credit Karma said I had, that ain't got nothing to do with your actual what they use to determine your actual credit score.
Nope.
That's wrong. It's so wrong.
Do they still
Even the Experian one doesn't, because I'm on Experian. Like I have
Yeah,
Credit Karma, I do Experian. Wells
it's not
Fargo
right.
Wells Fargo gives me a score from when I log into my bank account. Capital One gives you a score, but none of those scores look anything like
It's
yours.
not right.
Yeah.
It's true. It's not right. But
I
yeah,
think it's
like,
a disclaimer in there. I
Buying
think
a
it's a
home.
disclaimer.
yeah, I'm looking to buy a home. I'm looking to become a homeowner. I got to get out of here. Got to get out of this apartment in August.
Long as the time zone difference
What?
a little
What
better.
about the time?
Melly
A little
doesn't
better
like
for
your
you?
time.
A little better for you. For all of us.
Melly doesn't like your current
I'm
time
okay
zone.
with the time zone. I'm good.
No, you know what
Except
I
for
wanted.
work.
You know what I was pushing for, but
Except for my new job,
didn't
where
work
everyone
out.
is on the East Coast time.
I would. That's
And
what
that's
we trying to.
weird.
This is what we wanted you to be.
But remember, Sharissa,
But
we went out there and we went
make
to
your own
visit
path.
Ebony. She was going to work at like 4:30. Remember, she used to
6.
get up.
She had to be at work at 6 to
That
be
was
with
crazy.
the East Coast people.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then she would be off
2
early too.
o'clock. I think she got off at like 2 o'clock, and then we like,
Yeah, and she could hang out with us.
yeah, yeah. It's not all
Yeah.
bad.
It's
6
not all
a.m. is
bad.
rough. 6 a.m. is rough.
I guess.
But
that's
you know
it.
what's rough? Working from home is rough.
I know it is. I can't do it.
This is my
Listen,
office.
what I'm on 18 days and counting. I
This
think
is my office. I don't, but like rolling out of bed, it's rough. Like you need to see people, you need to interact with people. Is there somebody walking around? There's a child,
That's exactly this too.
Multiple children
multiple children.
peeking in
We're
all the
still
faces.
recording.
I'm like all the faces.
peeking
You
in
might as well have the children come on camera.
Mhm.
No,
They're
okay,
like, nope.
no.
They needed something. Are they okay? I saw someone peeked in here.
We don't know what's happening, Melly. We don't know.
Oh, y'all don't know either, and y'all can actually see them.
Yeah,
But no, everybody's moving,
I
right?
see little shadows walking by the door. LOL.
Everybody's
Melly-
moving.
Melly
right?
wants you to
So
be
Leah's
out of your
moving.
time zone.
Leah's moving.
yeah.
Sharice's
I'm moving.
moving.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
moving
not.
far. I'm moving with 7 minutes from my former residence. So it's nothing fantastic about it. Other than I'm closer. I'm 7 minutes closer to Target.
That's
Okay.
important.
That's a plus.
That's
and
important.
I am in the zone to get Instacart at Aldi. Melly will be happy to know. So I'll start shopping at Aldi.
Honestly, I think we have to start thinking
Love
about where we move and DoorDash and delivery.
it's important.
And it's
Very
important
important.
to know that you are in a certain area zone for deliveries.
Like you're not about to put me somewhere where the only place I can get groceries delivered is Stop and Shop. I hate Stop and Shop. I'm sorry, y'all.
I don't like Stop and Shop either, and it's a block away from me. And I do not. I like that's like emergency. I'm just gonna run over there and get something real quick. I'm not a fan.
Like
What do
who's
you,
gonna
why
live
don't you like it?
I think they're a little expensive sometimes. Like they don't have. Like I just think some of the stuff. I don't know. I think
I don't
they're
have a Stop and Shop.
expensive. I don't see their sales stuff. I like ShopRite. ShopRite I think has really good sales. I love Aldi's. I think I was talking about Aldi's yesterday with the girls. I like Aldi's a lot. They have good the veggie chips are delicious and their guacamole and their hummus. All the healthy stuff.
I
But
feel
then
like
they have bars there.
I feel like Stop and Shop's produce section is like they just got like a wheel and put like random vegetables on it and then like spun it and said this is what we're gonna offer.
Do they not have the normal
It's just
fare and selections?
yeah, I mean it is, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I
They're
don't like
expensive.
it.
They're expensive
They are expensive for no reason.
for no reason.
What else is
Like
important?
a bag of
in a move?
Halos for like $6.99. No.
What else is important in a move? I was looking at this townhouse
Proximity
that's
to
in a
stuff.
really good school district.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I don't have children, y'all.
Exactly.
Still helps with your property value though.
It does.
But property value, exactly.
Yeah.
There
But
you go.
also you have to think about like for me it's proximity to work. I started off my career with a 50-mile each way commute and I have been chipping away at that as
Little
the
by
years go
little.
by, I got myself down to a 3-minute commute. That was great, but it's still 12. 12 minutes is not bad. But I'm not interested in driving far to work anymore.
My commute is great. 15 minutes. 10 if I don't catch any lights.
Yeah, I'm at
going
20. I
a
can
little
deal with 20.
faster. Yeah.
20.
I
I think
I had that
anything
3-minute
over
commute too
30
for a while. That was
minutes,
fun.
I
you
don't want
really
it.
have to start deliberately preparing and incorporating that trip into your day. I think anything over 30
Yeah,
is
and my
like,
bladder can't handle it at this age. Like
but
being in
there's
the
people
car.
that commute, no problem. There
45
used to be
minutes
this
to an
lady who
hour.
would
Hour.
commute from the Poconos all the way to New Jersey.
Hmm.
Hour and a
You can
half
do it.
each way every day. And her shift started at 7 in the morning.
And she was
And she
still
would
in
be
traffic.
gone by 3. She wasn't in traffic,
I bet you she was.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
But it depends.
Yeah, but every day, 7 a.m.
No,
Have to
thank you.
be there.
I'm still in the bed at 7
That means
a.m.
she left
Yes.
home at 5:30.
That's
Yes.
I'm
That's
still
crazy.
in La La Land.
bad enough that I get up at 5:30. I don't know about leaving the house at 5:30.
Why? That's so early.
And I
But
feel like
can you
getting up is
imagine
exhausting.
driving through the Poconos in the wintertime? And
It's probably foggy and scary looking.
Mhm.
No, thank you.
she did it
Thank
all the time. She got that.
No
How
desire.
important is your job? Like, I just feel like it needs to be like very important for me
I
to be
probably was
there.
happy working there. Mm.
You know how many sick days at some point I'd be like, you know what, just don't pay me. I don't care. Like I'm not coming in. Doesn't matter. It's too far.
Sometimes for me with the
She
sick
did it
days,
for
it's
years.
more work not to go to work. Like for me, it's just more work. Like it's
Oh,
too
yeah.
much. You have to leave things planned out. Like I remember I was out this year and I was still getting called at 7 a.m. Like, we can't leave, the kids can't log in, the parents are reaching out, and I'm like, I can't help y'all. Such and such. I'm like, listen, just no one's gonna get marked absent today. Just I'm off. I'm not there virtually or
That's
in
crazy.
I'm just let it be. It's okay. Because if I'm not there and they don't have a sub, they're not learning nothing new anyway. They're not missing nothing. It's gonna be fine. It's a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. I can't wait for it to be over.
Well, since now that I have a question, since now that, we may not have to be working from home as much or doing
I'm home. I'm in school with kids.
quarantine as
Something.
much, what are your plans since the pando is over?
Pando is not over. Pando is
It-
not over.
It's over. Even if it's not over, it's
Baby.
The
over.
government has decided that it's over.
What
It's
Fauci
over.
said? Listen, I'm like, what
Tuesday.
Fauci? Did Fauci say it? Because if
It
Fauci
wasn't
didn't
over
say it,
Wednesday. It was this today.
Well, it's not
What did
over
what does
in
Fauci say?
California till June 15th. Then
Okay.
it's
what
official.
does Fauci say?
It doesn't
No,
matter.
I only listen to
We don't
Fauci.
listen to Fauci.
No
I
one
listen to
listens to
It's
Fauci.
a free
I
for all
do.
out there. It's a
I
free.
do.
What does Fauci?
Fauci actually said 70 to 75%, I think he was saying.
Yeah.
For that.
And so what's his date? Did he declare?
Did
I
he
don't know
give
if
a
he said
date?
a date. I don't know if he gave a date, but I only listen to Fauci. I don't think he's given a date. I'm just
Listen,
gonna find out.
they've decided to leave Fauci behind.
Exactly. It's
What
not
are
about
your
science.
plans?
It's about economics.
Post pando.
I'm
What are
getting
your
on a
plans?
plane. I'm getting on a plane. I'm taking a trip once a month from here on out, just flying somewhere.
Exactly. I feel like you should. I feel like you should take advantage.
I'm gonna come see Sharice for a day or so.
Here we go.
Question move.
Here we
I
go.
am
A day or so.
I'm coming. I'm a day or so. And I'm gonna drive down
Day
the
or
coast.
so.
I'm not paying no mind.
I am.
Just for a
It's
day or
worth
so.
it. It's
What
worth
y'all
it.
do? What y'all doing
Time.
when the world opens up?
Still wearing my mask.
When the pando is open.
Yeah, what you doing?
No, I do want to get on a plane. We actually are getting on a plane.
Yes, we are all together.
In
We
August.
actually will be all four of us.
I know, but
will
I want to be
getting
on a plane before that too.
I'm trying to be on a plane before that. I'm trying to go see my dad in Puerto Rico. I don't have my flag, but that's where I'm from.
Where's your flag? I
Gonna
thought your
keep
flag.
reminding us.
My flag is in the living room.
Wait, she doesn't have her flag, but here's her hat.
Wait,
guys.
oh, because you
I'm sitting
know
with
why
her
the
hat.
hat is out. LOL. Funny story. It was
Put it on, Danny.
Oh, I
it
can
was
do it. I'm just gonna mess up my
multicultural week.
hand.
It was multicultural week this week, and Thursday was hat
Is that
day.
cultural appropriation because Danny put on your hat? No.
I'm
Okay.
I
not,
don't think so.
I'm not offended. But it was multicultural.
It's like
week.
putting on a sombrero.
I had on my little hat on Thursday.
Very
We didn't
cute.
get. It's usually a nice celebration. Like it's a nice thing at school, a nice celebration at school. But you know, we in a pandemic still. I don't know what y'all talking about. But either
It's
way,
over.
We are not. Listen,
It's
you
over.
can be in the mindset of being in a pandemic. Everyone has moved on.
I'm still gonna get on a plane, but I'm just still very
Over.
cautious.
The forest is over, Bobby. Like
Forest
it's
is over.
done. It's a wrap.
It is. It
It's
is
a
a wrap.
wrap.
What? So
I went to the supermarket yesterday. Everybody had on their mask. I went to the supermarket. Where else did I go?
yeah, but it's still over.
I feel
It's
like
still
if people
over.
are still
Oh, Dunkin'
like, doing
Donuts.
mask
They still
thing,
had wear your mask sign on there.
but everybody's
It
out.
is slowly.
Restaurants are at full capacity. There's gonna be someone in that middle seat on the flight. Like that's done. All that's
Listen, I was out on Thursday and nobody had on masks. I mean, I was out.
They're not even bothering to update the social distancing tape at CVS. That poor tape on the floor. I was all afraid at the edges. I'm like,
They're
they
gonna
don't
let
even
it
care.
wear
They
out.
don't even care about it anymore. No one's paying attention to this. Mm-mm.
It's over, Melody.
They were keeping it fresh for a while.
I'm still gonna be looking
Yeah,
at people
redoing it every so often.
Yes, you could tell. You
Still
could
gonna
tell
be
when you
like,
went into the store.
"You're too close." I feel like even pre-COVID though,
No
I
more,
feel like
no
I
more
don't
hand
want you in my
sanitizer
face.
everywhere.
No more free.
But
hand
I always
sanitizer.
have had. The funny story, pre-COVID, I was out with Danny knows my Plainfield teacher friends when I worked in Plainfield. I was out with Soldiers in Battle, Danny, and we went somewhere to eat. Now this is mind you, pre-pandemic. We were eating somewhere, Cheesecake Factory, as a matter of fact, and all of us had hand sanitizer. And the lady at the table, she was like, "Y'all all teachers, aren't y'all?"
I was
And they
gonna
were
say,
like,
this is
"Yeah,
how
how did you know?" Like because I've always had hand sanitizer on me. I've always had hand sanitizer in my car. Pre-pandemic, I have it on my desk, the big one. Like, and I think I used to. I don't know if I should tell you guys this, but when the kids did something like that would gross me
I
out,
just
I
pulled
would
both of these out of
I
my
just
bag.
put on
Okay?
hand sanitizer. Or if I see the snot from far, I would just put on hand sanitizer. Like, so I've always was a hand sanitizer.
Yes.
Oh, I
This,
always
this
had
has
a
nothing to
big
do with
deal.
COVID.
Like I
Yeah,
feel
we
like
don't-
why were people so like it was like a big thing, like you gotta wash your hands. I'm like, who's not? I guess people really not washing their hands.
That's why
Oh,
we're
you
in
know
this
people are not
situation in the first
washing
place.
their hands.
I still want to wear a mask inside public bathrooms. That's what I'm
Don't wear your mask.
You can
Okay.
do whatever you want,
Listen,
Melissa.
I still do
when
that.
I was commuting to Brooklyn, there were plenty of people who were wearing masks on New Jersey Transit, and we're talking
When
what's
was
like
this? Oh,
9,
prior
10 years
to
ago.
the pandemic?
9, 10 years ago. I haven't been to Brooklyn since I was pregnant with Ryan. Yeah, like 10 years ago. And people used to wear masks on the New Jersey Transit train, and I would see every once in a while, like one. I mean, they looked weird, but like a smattering of people.
They're not weird now.
When, I know.
Not
the
weird
people
now.
were wearing masks.
Hmm.
But I used to have a little station in my classroom. I had the hand sanitizer, I had the Lysol, I had some lotion. I always had Vaseline Intensive Care cocoa butter flavored lotion in my classroom. Always. And the kids, they would come by them. Can I get some lotion? I'm like, go ahead, baby. Get them elbows, right? Just get your arms together. Get between those, the webbing, right? Get them
The
knuckles.
webbing.
Get the knuckles. Yeah, so they would come to my
Get the
station.
knuckles. Get the knuckles.
I had a hot beverage
Alright.
station in my classroom.
What y'all been listening to? What have you been watching? What have you been reading?
I actually, when you know how when you go on Google to look for stuff and there's like articles there, I think they already know what I'm looking for. And
Mhm.
today it was like 19 documentaries on on murder, on crime,
What?
serial killers. I'm like, it's like my phone. They really be knowing what I be looking for. So I was looking at the 19, like what's on where, like HBO Max has
Oh,
some
watch
That was
stuff that
number
I
one.
like to do. I didn't get to number one because this was around the time that the girls were coming over, but it was the one, that case where the mom was saying her daughter was sick and she wasn't sick, and it was years that she,
Oh,
what is it, Mount, oh, I can't pronounce the
Munchausen.
Munchausen by
Munchausen by
proxy.
proxy. And then she killed her mom. Her boyfriend had, like, her and her boyfriend conspired to kill
Yeah,
her
they
mom.
made a movie.
They made a movie out of that. So they have a
Mhm.
documentary on that. They have a documentary. I actually saw this one. It was on HBO. It was a high school students, two high school students, and it was an Asian girl, and I think he was Muslim, and they had been dating, but they hadn't told anyone because, like, the different cultures. But then she wound up, someone murdered her, and then the ex-boyfriend was accused of it, and he's been in jail now for like 19 years or something like that. He was given life, but there was a lot of things with his trial. So there was a podcast called Serial. And that's when
It's still on.
the case took notoriety from there back in 2014, I think. That's when the case had took on, like, and people were really interested in it. And I think it's one of the most listened to podcasts, his particular episodes. So that, I like the serial killers, like the crime stuff. It's the one, Sharice, that you don't want me to watch.
I'm telling you, that's what I was gonna tell you. Like,
I
When
think
you
you
don't,
should.
and I haven't
with
watched
me.
that one. I want to watch, I think, The Serpent, I think, is the next one I'm gonna watch. That's on Netflix.
I can't even speak the words. I can't even give you the title. Like, I don't even want to say the title because I feel like it is putting it in the universe, and I don't want to put it in
I
the
want to
universe.
watch it.
It's good,
I don't.
Really? I don't think.
but too good.
Listen,
You should watch it.
this will be my first time living
But it
alone
sticks
in
with
my
you.
adult life. Nope.
Oh my gosh. 'Cause when I moved
I
to
don't live alone. I'm
California,
still not watching
when I
it.
moved to
It's scary.
California, I was like, it's a wrap. I'm not watching any because
Is that
the
all?
story always starts in California
Yeah.
and ends in California. I'm not.
I watch all of those. I watch Mindhunters. I'm waiting. I'm hoping that they doing something to bring that back. I love Mindhunters. I love all of the crime shows. I watched the one where this one was really good though. I think it was on Netflix. Where the husband, he killed the wife and he killed the pregnant wife and the two daughters, and then the two girls, he put them in those big oil tank things or something. But the crazy part, not good. The crazy part about this documentary is that it was no third person narrator. It was actual her home videos, police officer webcams, cell phones, her Facebook videos, like anything. It was all like firsthand. So I've never seen it like that because usually somebody narrating the story, right? Like someone, but this was all firsthand account. It was very well done, but it was very sad, very sad. I mean, I've seen some really like sad ones, but I don't know why, something about those, and I think now my phone knows that this is the stuff I like to watch.
You need to watch that one that
The
I
one
won't
that you
say.
said, and it'll turn me off from all of them.
I don't know what it'll do
might
to
make me
you,
like
but
it
it's
more.
stuck with me. I don't know
I
about
see
it.
the one-
It wasn't like. It
I'm gonna
wasn't
watch it.
like cool. It was scary. It was like
Mhm.
like this man is great. This man is evil, crazy, and he was allowed to wreak havoc, and they couldn't find him.
But I don't know how people are still being crazy with the advancements in technology. Like, it boggles my mind. Like the one little girl, a couple weeks ago in Florida, I think it was. The guy, she's at the bus stop waiting to get picked up. I think the school bus was picking her up or
I
whatever.
saw that.
And the guy tried to snatch her up, but there's like cameras like when he tried to snatch her up, but somehow she fought him off or whatever. And she was playing with some slime and she got some slime on him. And he didn't grab her and he jumps in the car, but they were able to see what kind of car it was. I think he tried to paint the car or whatever, but he had slime because she had put that slime on him and they caught him. And she says that she watches the SVU and
Mhm. So
she
do
said
I.
she knew that it would be evidence if she was she got stuff on him. And then Mariska Haggerty, is that her name? Mariska Haggerty from the called
Mariska
her
Hargitay. Don't
Mariska
you ever
Hargitay.
defame
No,
Olivia
I don't.
by
I'm
getting her
sorry.
name
I watch it
incorrect.
on reruns. How do you say her name? Wait, I'm gonna say
Mariska
it right.
Hargitay.
Mariska, she called the little girl on Zoom because she credited the show for helping her
Oh, that's
like
cool.
how to do. So I thought it was cool that she called her in person. But
She
I don't know
left
how
some
people are
evidence.
still trying to snatch people up because there's cameras everywhere.
Well, you're
And them
assuming
cameras that they tell you aren't working are working.
like
Who?
you're
You said
treating
what?
them like they're rational people. Like they're not thinking about consequences when they do this stuff, right?
They're not thinking
Not
about the
rational.
cameras. They're not thinking about we're in
You also got to think
2021.
of human trafficking.
Yeah,
It's a business.
it is.
It is. It's scary. It's scary out there.
It is.
There's so many things.
It's so many, but I feel like it's so many things like women, right? Like we always have to be so mindful.
I still
It's
feel
really-
like the 80s were more tumultuous. I still feel like we grew up in a more dangerous time. Like I feel like nowadays there's more reporting of it and we're more aware of it.
Mhm.
But I think like the amount of crime that was happening, like during
tasers are legal. You can carry tasers
Where
now.
the amount of crime that people could get away with.
yes,
Mhm.
That's what it is.
yeah,
Like it was people with whole bodies in their freezers and in their backyards and shit back in the day.
mhm.
That's scary. I mean, I'm sure
I
there's
think
still
the
people
80s
like that
were
now. I don't
scary.
know.
I think the 80s. If I promise
But
you,
were they
That
scarier because
documentary-
we were young? Were they scarier because we were little?
No, that documentary took place in the 80s that I'm
I'm
talking
gonna
about.
watch it, Teresa.
did y'all see the one abducted in plain sight where the neighbor took the little girl and
Oh, next door.
that.
Yeah,
yeah, and he kept kidnapping her though. Like it was like can't get
Over
right.
and over
Was
again.
this the one? Wait, was this the one where
But he
where the
also had
husband was
involvement
having
with
an
the
affair?
father and
The
the
father
Yes.
and the mother.
Yes, I was gonna say, is this the one where there was like a weird affair or something
Yes.
going on?
And I'm like, this man must have had some kind of magic because he was like
He kidnapped her over and over again.
he kidnapped her like 3 times. Well, because he kept telling, he told her, he recorded himself like doing alien stuff. I don't know. You got to watch it. He
Oh my
told
God.
her that the aliens came and said that the little girl needed to let him impregnate her. And then like it was crazy. And this is all like the next, he had his own kids. It was some crazy.
A
And
whole
I
family.
believe it happened in Northern California, but don't quote me on that.
I think a lot of stuff happens over there, but I feel like they have the weather for stuff to happen. I always blame it's just have the
No,
weather.
I
for
just
stuff
feel
to
like
happen.
people are free spirits and they don't want to be involved in whatever it is you're doing. Oh, you're out on the thing. You could do
That's
what
why you gotta watch.
want.
That's how Mindhunter
Go
is.
ahead. Everything is legal.
Mhm. It's like that nomad land, like people just roaming about.
That's why I like. I don't know. I like Mindhunter. I like all those shows. I feel like they prepare me for crazy. Like I'm gonna know what to do.
I think
No.
they make you
I
skeptical
know what
of
to
everything.
look for. Or you know what? Or you know, if anything, it makes me more paranoid because I'm already paranoid. So if anything, it's doing bad.
To this day, if you haven't called in
Talking about tasers are legal. Tasers are legal now.
You're not getting in.
Carry a taser.
can we have tasers?
Right.
You can have tasers now.
I have this.
My
I
brother-
freaked
my
out
brother-
the other day because this dude from DoorDash was still outside after I said, listen.
Have you left the food, sir?
Go.
And so the procedure is knock, leave the stuff,
Leave
and
it,
be gone.
Go.
Like, that's
Lingering.
fine. And he was lingering at the door, and I was like,
I told you guys,
so
Isabel
should I
got
hand it to
reprimanded.
you? Should I pick it up and hand it to you? And I was like,
No,
No.
no, you should not. It's not in your job description. It plainly says that you will not do that.
today must be
It's
your first
contact
day.
list. Contact list delivery. Contact list.
You see me standing here. You better get out of here, Mr. DoorDash. Make me
I
start
told
clapping my
Isabel got
hands.
in trouble the other day. Isabel, my mom got in trouble the other day. I was telling y'all opening doors, and I'm on the ring talking to the person like, "Can I help you?" And then all of a sudden, I hear Isabel as well, like, "Ma, what are you doing?" She's not allowed to open the door for anybody when we're not home.
They be
Nope.
answering doors, talking to people on the phone.
And she's already been warned. Like, don't do that. We don't need our driveway paved. Stop it.
I don't know. Everything is designed for us to be antisocial, and I appreciate that.
I'd rather
And
not.
I'm actually, I don't know, because I don't think
I
I'm
didn't expect
antisocial
the
at all.
man to be at my door.
You know what it is? Like, I think that like I'm a little shy, but I'm mostly like extroverted. But being an extrovert is like exhausting. And I feel like I
It
need
is
my time.
exhausting.
I feel like I need time to like
Retreat.
recharge from all the like extraness that I bring on a daily basis. So like I just want to like sit and like stare at nothing for like a couple hours. And this allows me.
That's why you sit in the car when you get home from work. That's what we
But
talked
I
about, the
over
therapy
abuse that,
in that car.
whatever that is. I be
Sitting
doing
in the
work
car?
from the car. I just sit in the car.
Sometimes it's been 30 minutes and I'm like, I gotta go in the house. I
People
gotta go in the
deliver
house.
things to my car.
I know where to find you.
What? No, that's my quiet place.
My next door neighbor brings me stuff.
And people know, like if I'm on the phone with you and I say, I've been sitting in my car, I'm about to go in the house, they'd be like, all right. And like they already know when I go in the house, it's gonna be a lot of people just talking. It's gonna sound like we arguing, but it's just how this is our regular
I abuse
sound
it.
in the house. It's just everyone's talking at the same time. Sometimes it's two different languages, and it's just a lot. People already know. Like I'll call you back. Even I walk in the house and they'll be like,
That's
and
how
they're
it
like,
is.
just gonna
You
call
got
you
off
back.
the phone with me the other day because I was going in the house.
I did.
Because the one day she saw how it was. I walked in the house and like
I know.
screams like
I said, I'm gonna call you back. They happy to see you.
yeah.
They just saw you, but they happy to see you again.
Yeah. Should we do a versus, y'all? A couple of them.
We
Are we
should.
ready for versus?
Good.
Have one. I don't. Does someone else go first, just in case?
I had a notebook. It's packed somewhere, y'all. I had a whole notebook of versuses planned out.
Well, I have a versus on my phone. I'm gonna pull it up.
You got a versus?
Danny, you
Sharice,
better
you
go
got a
with
versus?
your prepared self.
You
No,
know
I
she's
had,
prepared.
I had too many new people that I listen to
Who have you been
to
listening
be
to?
making verses. Like just people y'all like.
You know who they playing?
Like who?
Larry's Choice. They're playing him on the East Coast a lot now. I've been hearing him
I don't
several
know who that
times.
is.
Larry's
Marciana?
Choice.
Remember when he picked?
Oh,
Oh, I thought this was an artist. I'm like,
No.
Larry?
Melly, I got you. I'm
Thank
What's
you.
Sharice? I'm with you.
Gideon.
Because I'm like, who is Larry's
you.
choice?
Gideon.
Giveon, yes, they're playing him. They're playing Heartbreak Anniversary over here a lot.
Larry's Choice. I'm like, that's
I'm
Larry's
trying to figure out who's Larry Choice.
Shout out to Larry.
I'm like,
my
who's
realtor
Larry
who's
Choice?
gonna help me.
That's
She's so
right.
positive.
So what I've been doing
Yes.
on my music app is, you guys know that I like Anderson Paak or Anderson Paak, I think they say his name, right? So there's this song Come Down, but then when I play that song, it plays me like a whole host of like new people, and I just let it rock because it's like a vibe, right?
It is a vibe.
You know what's the vibe too when you put Frank Ocean on YouTube?
Oh,
I love Frank Ocean.
Whole vibe.
When is he gonna
Like
come
a
out with
whole
another
vibe.
record?
The guy who does my hair, he's like, I just put it on Frank Ocean, and then I'll be over there like, oh my God, it's so mellow and chill in here right now.
You've just given me something to do tonight.
It's
I
really
love
good.
I'm
Frank
making
Ocean.
notes too.
And it'd be a lot
But
of
don't
new,
sleep
it'd be
on
like people I haven't
Kehlani,
heard of.
man. Kehlani is the next. She's gonna be a superstar. Don't
I'm
sleep
gonna
on
believe you,
Kehlani.
and you know why I'm gonna believe you?
telling
Because
you.
you've introduced me to Frank Ocean. You've
Yes.
introduced me to Lady Gaga. So it's a
Yes.
lot of people you put me up on, and
Her-
you've never
listen, her
right, and you've never
vocals-
been wrong.
Her stacking vocals. She got like she's a Brandy student. You know what I mean? telling you,
You
Kaylani.
know how much we love Brandy.
She's on it. I love me some Brandy. Um, I also Victoria Monet. Have y'all listened to her before? Yeah, Victoria Monet is good. Um, Thundercat. Have y'all ever listened to? He has
Is
this.
this all Cali people?
No.
No. I feel like Cali has that
It's a
vibe.
different vibe. It is a different
It's a
vibe.
different
It's a
vibe.
very chill vibe, and I feel like a lot of those artists come out there
Our
first.
California.
start
She's from
making-
Oakland. Yeah.
making their way over.
Well, Kaylani's from Oakland.
Who's
Yeah.
this person? You say Thundercat?
Thundercat. He has this funny ass song called Do Rag. But it's good. It's a good song. But his other songs are more along that Giveon vibe and
Okay.
that
I really
like
like
real
it.
music,
Yeah,
real, yeah.
I can appreciate that now.
You see, you
Cause
said it's a
some-
song called Do Rag?
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
somebody can
that's a silly song because it literally is
Thundercat,
about
like the
Do-rag.
like
cartoon?
thunder.
Thundercat. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna lock it in. All right, Danny, what you got for us for verses? Because we gotta go, y'all.
Yeah.
I got
Okay,
so-
versus. Go ahead.
This is kind of inspired by what we did last week.
go.
And I pulled out Tina Marie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Danny be
Tina
making
Marie.
y'all ever notice when Danny knows she got a fire verses to do, she'll drop it on you and then she give you this face like say something because it's fire.
She does that all the time.
She give you this face
And
like,
then I do say something. I'm like, yes.
I just make a face.
I'll be like, yes,
So-
Tina Marie.
I'm going with Square Biz
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
or I Need Your Lovin'.
Oh,
your loving. Oh, for different reasons. Oh
Mhm.
man.
Not easy. I haven't even decided yet. And I came up with that like over an hour ago now, and I still don't know.
I'm gonna say more often I'm gonna go to I Need Your Loving.
okay.
Just because it's a groove. It's just like this groove. I love Square Biz though. Like this takes nothing away from Square Biz.
Yeah.
This takes nothing away from Square Biz.
Oh, a Square Biz.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Square Biz too.
Square
Got the little
Biz.
rap part.
Yeah.
Giovanni just to name a few.
Yep. But see, I'm not always at those high height levels. So I like a nice groove. And then she's just talking, I need your love. I need your love.
You'll make me change my mind. Hush.
I'm gonna go with I Need Your Lovin'. Yeah. It's hard though. They're really
hard.
both great songs.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Square Biz.
No.
No.
Melly ain't say nothing.
I said
She
Square
did.
Biz.
She said Square Biz. It's 50-50.
50-50.
It's 50-50.
50-50.
50-50.
Anybody else have one? I got one.
You
Go
got
ahead.
one? Go ahead.
You know I love my Rihanna.
Okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We gonna go.
I
so-
enjoy Rihanna.
I do. I
Where-
want her to start making music again.
I'm waiting.
When are we doing a talking shit
She's so
episode?
busy.
Talking shit. Oh, like the people like
She is
Beyonce.
the best. She
Yeah.
is.
Oh, we
she
did
is
Talking
one of
Fest.
the best of
Oh, nah,
talking
nah.
shit
What's
on.
her name?
I love it.
What's
I
the
love
song?
talk that talk,
So
girl.
I'm going with some upbeat tracks and some
it.
that are more poppy, right? So I'm going with
Rude boy.
Please Don't Stop the Music.
Boom, boom.
Remember I used to sing that at karaoke?
Please don't stop the
Yeah.
music.
Please don't stop that. Please don't stop that. Please don't stop that. Yeah.
And Disturbia.
Take me
Oh,
away.
Disturbia? I'm gonna go with Please Don't Stop the Music. That's my stuff.
Why would we do the? You would
Please Don't
do
Stop
the
Music goes
lead.
back to my
Wait, you would do the lead part. And I'll be just in the background talking about Mama say, Mama say, Mama. Please don't take me. You're like,
That's my stuff. Please don't stop the music.
And then I
Please don't stop though. Please don't stop though.
I would do a Michael Jackson. Please don't stop the. Please don't stop the.
I think there's something wrong with music that puts you into a frenzy.
Listen,
If you let it, if
she
you
got
let
some
music
songs.
take you away, it's gonna put you into a frenzy because you're like,
Take you away.
please don't stop the
Please don't stop though. Please don't stop the music. It's a good song. I'm waiting for her to do some more stuff because those were
Yeah, man.
And
Too busy.
After the pandemic, I want to go to a concert. I want to
wait, don't stop the music. And what's the
Disturbia.
oh, please don't stop.
Please don't stop the music.
Really?
Yeah.
Disturbia. Chris Brown,
Disturbia
right?
was okay, but it's not please don't stop the music.
No,
It's not.
please
It's
don't stop
not.
the music.
Yeah,
It's not.
I'm choosing that also.
There was something spiritual about
Yep. There's just a lot going on.
It was, but I loved it.
I think that's the devil's music.
Like, is that what the old folks mean when they talk about devil's music?
If you let it.
If
Because you
let
can
it.
listen to the song and not take it in.
I
But
feel
if
like
you
you
take
can't
in
with
the
that song.
song, if you take in the song,
You're gonna be all up dancing around.
But I feel like if you would have done, because where have you been? That's my stuff too. Where have you been? Like don't let me be in the club when that come on.
that's another one.
That's another one.
Do, 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 do,
What?
do.
That was my
Yeah.
If you would have put those two together, I would have had a
like
harder
You
time
would've had
in
trouble?
picking between those two. I feel those two, I would have had more difficulty choosing. Thank you for not putting those two
Put
together.
Rude Boy against something.
Come in, rude boy.
That's another
Talk that talk and rude boy.
music is devil's music.
Talk that talk to me.
Because I
Tell
love
me if
Rude
you like
Boy.
it. When I like it.
I
Talk
love
That
me
Talk was
some
good,
Rude
too.
Boy.
I love Rude Boy.
Me too.
Love Rude Boy.
Come on now. That
She got
beat,
some damn hits.
I miss
Come
her.
on, Rihanna.
she's,
Rude Boy and
she's
Work.
really
No,
good.
she busy.
And she
She
didn't
busy.
Rude
start
Boy
off
and Work,
that
work,
way.
work.
She didn't start
Work
off
is my
that way.
favorite song.
Rude Boy is still the
Rude Boy is so
hard.
lit.
Rude Boy is still like that's just
Nothing
still
could
really
could get with that bass line and Work. I'm sorry.
Gonna get it out. Take it, take it, take it.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but remember at my baby shower when I had karaoke and I felt it was very inappropriate.
Why do
for
we
me to
have
sing
baby
that song.
shower?
I was singing Rude Boy like 9 months pregnant, and
Was there
my
karaoke
family
there?
was there. There was karaoke at my baby shower. And after it was over, I'm like, this was such an inappropriate song for me to sing. And I look crazy up here with like knee boots on. Why don't let me wear those knee boots? It was a mess.
I don't remember.
I think
I don't think it's
remember that.
inappropriate. I don't think your condition determines what songs you're able to sing.
Eh,
Yeah. No,
Think
I
what you
think you
want.
just need to
I mean,
be,
with the-
you need to be who you are throughout whatever it is you're doing.
I feel like I was uncertain on who I was. I felt it was
That's okay, but
That's
that's
fine.
okay. That's fine. I think
think
we're
I
all
have
still finding ourselves,
Constantly growing, constantly
Absolutely.
growing.
evolving.
that's right.
Yeah.
I think do we have to I think I have one. We have time.
You yes,
We could do
go
it,
for
let's
it.
do it, let's
Go.
Did
You
we
might
do
as well
Tevin Campbell?
Let's
We
do
did
it.
one. I think we did one.
Oh, then it's
time.
probably that one. We don't have to do it.
No,
We
do
did one
you
time.
know Tevin Campbell has more than one song.
But I think the two that I picked. No, I know this.
He's the devil
think
too.
the
I
two-
just feel like certain people are the devil. Like
Why is
because
he the devil?
his voice is
He
so
gets you caught up.
intoxicating. Is
Have
it
you
not?
seen him on the IG singing on his stuff? Like, have you seen him on there?
Why was he
Sounds
singing
great.
with
He
such
still sounds the
passion
same.
and like
10.
vigor? Like
I was saying he was a baby.
He still sounds like that. I wish he needs
Like,
to come
I
out
don't-
with
Listen,
stuff.
when you have it, you have it. I remember when I taught middle school in Plainfield, we had a talent show that I organized, by the way. We had a talent show, and this one boy in 6th grade, he got up on that stage. First of all, he was like fashionably late, and we're like, is he gonna show up? Is he gonna show up? He showed up and sang Jasmine Sullivan's Lions and Tigers and Bears, and had the whole place rocking. When I tell you that little boy, I need to look him up. I need to see what he's doing because his voice was beautiful. And he got up there and he was doing he had all the Jasmine Sullivan riffs and everything. Now I don't know if he know about loving somebody and being scared of lions and tigers and bears, but what I'm saying is he put his whole foot.
He embodied. He bodied it.
He did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what are you tapping into?
Mhm.
Like, what is going
Listen,
on?
I don't
You,
know
like,
how he was
Your
singing.
talent.
Let me tell you that voice, that because even though like everybody knows the I'm ready's and the can we talk,
Can we
right?
talk?
But the only what you want me to do?
Yes.
How
Yes.
old are you singing that?
Yes.
He's like a teenager.
Like
What
a
is he
teenager at the time?
singing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
My
ma'am.
love is always here for you. Oh my gosh. Heaven? He's a baby
Crazy.
singing that. His voice is amazing.
Was the song Always in My Heart? I'm gonna tell you.
I think it
Wait.
Yeah,
I
always in
think
my
it
heart.
is something.
Yes. He goes off on the end of that song and it sounds so good.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
That you do know that song.
Mm-mm.
You know
Yeah,
it. Yes,
gotta
you
hear
do,
it.
Talia. You'll know that.
Come on,
Please.
tell me.
I'm telling you because as soon as you play it, yeah, I think Babyface wrote it, so it sounds like really good. You know the song.
So what's the verses, Melly?
She's on mute.
No, I did that on purpose so that I can listen to Always in My Heart. I was gonna do the two,
You know
but
the song, right?
I didn't get a chance to because Talia called me out saying I was on mute. And Danny said what's the verses, and I was like, no, because
What's
it was
the
gonna
song?
be I think the one that we did already. I think it was gonna be Can We Talk and I'm Ready. But then I was like, oh, but I forgot there's Tell Me What You Want Me to Do. And that's
What's that song that he did with the oh yeah. Nothing comes from dreamers. I used to like that song. But
Round and Round.
round and round, singing like the old church woman.
If we're doing DeBarge,
Oh my
is
gosh,
is it All This Love or Love Me in a Special Way?
all this love.
All this love is waiting for you.
You know that's my karaoke song. But when he goes off,
Maybe that's something we need to do now that the pandemic is over. Go to karaoke.
Oh, let's go to karaoke.
What more can I say? I love you now. Love
yeah. All this love, man.
Yeah.
At the end, when he goes off on his little ad libs and riffs, I love.
That was a singing guy.
He's hit me.
He's another one that's like a singing.
Yeah.
Because I really love you.
Whenever I hear anything DeBarge, now I just think about when we went to that show. We were standing up for like 4 or 5 hours. They wouldn't stop singing.
And it was Bobby DeBarge he was singing. He wasn't even singing his own.
Wasn't his own
It was
stuff.
crazy.
A mess.
Yo, we definitely have to hit up concerts.
Yeah.
Concerts
Concerts,
are everything.
karaoke. We can go to karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. If the panda is over.
Yep.
All right.
Got things to do.
All right. So
Yeah.
this was great.
Well,
Places to go, people to see,
let's go, people to see. I'm ready.
houses to buy,
I got you, Melly.
Got me.
moving to
We want
do.
to thank packing to do. We want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. We are very happy that you guys are liking, following, sharing, subscribing, all the good stuff. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchors, all the, YouTube. You know what we ask you to do every week? Like, follow, subscribe, share. Like we said, we're gonna go over to episode 25. We're gonna take a little break, but we have exciting things coming your way. So make sure that you stay tuned on Wednesdays.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
See ya.
Sure.
Bye.